Hey everybody, this is Fragger and Jack here, and Jack, we're doing something kind of special.
What are we doing, Fragger?
We are taking a look
Metroid.
back at Metroid.
Whoa, this is the oldest Achievement Hunter video ever.
It is. Well, just over the weekend on the 6th, you can see up there on the screen, on August 6th, it was its 25th anniversary.
1980. That was before you were born, right?
Actually, I was born by then. I was born in January of 86.
Oh, okay. God, you're so young.
Go to hell!
Hey, it's the ball, the morph ball.
Morph ball, wee! But this is probably my all-time favorite series of games.
Really?
Yeah, I love the Metroid series. I actually own every Metroid game.
Man.
The only one I don't own physically is probably Super Metroid, but I own every other game in some form.
That's cool. You're a total fanboy.
I am a total fanboy. I mean, I even bought Other M day one, and that turned out to be a great game, didn't it? Yeah, just this series, I think, has probably, it did design a whole different kind of action-adventure games, this whole Metroidvania type thing that we talked about in our Shadow Complex video recently.
Yeah. When you say Metroidvania, Vania comes from Castlevania, which is the other side-scroller. Correct?
It is correct, and I was actually corrected on one of our videos recently by the PC version of the original Castlevania had this style.
Oh, okay.
Which I actually did not know.
Huh.
So I was like, huh. So I took some looks at the video, and it did actually. It was a lot, even more rough than these games.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Super Metroid, this is mine, man. I love this game. I played the hell out of this one.
I did too, and you might remember some of this footage too.
Oh yeah. This is you were playing this on a live stream the other day, right?
I was, and actually, almost all the footage from this I actually did on that stream.
Oh, nice.
So did 2 masters at that time.
Wow,
there's a lot of games I had to play.
Look at you, multitasking. I like it a lot.
I do.
Man.
I love, and it was an excuse to play these games. So I'm like, I'll take it.
Dude, this game, I played so much Super Metroid back in the day.
Oh,
Something, I don't know, something about the graphics. Like, it's like almost a perfect representation of the Super Nintendo era of gaming.
It really is.
Everything's real colorful, but it still has like some sort of like meat to it. Like it doesn't feel light.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like it seemed like the old school, the NES Nintendo games were very, like they felt light, but the Super NES, that's when it really kind of took off for me.
I agree with you, and I was kind of sad though. I was a Genesis kid, so I didn't have that game until recently. But hey, I had the games like Vector Man, so whatever.
Oh, okay, you had the bloody version of Mortal Kombat, so
I did. But this is probably my favorite of the Metroid games. I love Metroid Prime.
Really?
This game is close in my eyes to a perfect game.
Wow. See, I never touched the first-person perspective Metroid games, and that's unfortunate. These were made in Austin, actually. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Retro Studios. They're here in Austin.
And it's kind of sad that they've stopped making these games, and they did the newest Donkey Kong, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But just this game is like the perfect amount of exploration, just some backtracking, a lot of items. I think I also 100%ed this game.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, oh no, it's a Metroid. Yeah, it's eating my face. But it's always fun to fight a Metroid when you don't have the ice beam yet. So, good times. So the wave beam at this point, I'm like, go away! But we're actually going to move on to this game here, which is another really interesting game. A lot of fans don't like this game for some reason.
No?
I don't know. It's because it's a lot more linear.
Mm-hmm.
But this is actually, currently in the Metroid timeline, the newest game. This is technically Metroid 4.
Really?
Yeah, because this takes place much after Other M even, which is the second newest in the timeline.
So which console is this for?
This is for the Game Boy Advance.
Okay. How'd you get this footage? This footage looks great.
It does look great. I wonder how I did. But no, I love the hell out of this game. This actually came out the same exact day as Metroid Prime did. And they actually have a little bit of connectivity. Like if you beat Metroid Fusion and then you connect it to Metroid Prime via the GBA connection cable, you could play, I forget which order it is, but you could play the original Metroid on there, on the Metroid Prime, or you could play as the Fusion suit, which looks different in Metroid Prime, depending on which game you beat first. So that was kind of neat.
That's cool.
And then this game is another one of my favorites, because this is just a remake of the original Metroid, but for the Game Boy Advance.
That's cool. So how many suits do you think Samus actually has at this point? She's got like her Zero suit, her
and then all the Fusion ones that are all different. Probably about in the 20s, something like that. But there's always the main one, the Varia, the Gravity, and then a few other specialty ones that are in games.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Some of my favorite cosplays I've ever seen have been Samus around.
A lot of
Anyway.
people love their Samus.
Love
But,
you, Jessica Nigri.
This is actually the one Metroid game I have not beaten. Is
Oh, yeah?
Prime 2. Yeah, just because the area I'm in, the Dark World, you can see how my health is just going down because I'm standing in the world.
Yeah.
You constantly lose health when you're not in a bubble. So I never got that far. This is actually what you're seeing here is the farthest I've ever been in the game.
Okay.
So because I beat this boss and it's like, oh, now you have a suit that protects you from the Dark World. I'm like, now I got to beat the game.
All right, so that's next on your list, right?
Yes, that is next on my list to beat actually. But this is probably one of the like if Prime 1 wasn't a great game, this would probably be one of the best games.
Yeah.
Prime 3 is a really good game.
So why is it better than Prime 2?
Just because of the fact of like the whole Wii control with the
Yeah.
Wiimote and stuff actually works really really well in this kind of a game. Where you can easily circle strafe around people, you can free shoot very easily. So it ends up like instead of having like the weird controls that Prime has, you've got a more standardized control. So it's just better control and neatness and a bunch of new items too, which is also cool.
Yeah.
Then
That's
again,
cool.
That's
That-
me getting very specific.
No, you're a big fan of these games. I like that.
I do. And then we get to the newest game.
Other End. This came out last summer, right?
It did. I'm not a fan of this game.
Why not?
The gameplay is fine. It's just, dear God, the story.
What's wrong with the story?
It's really bad. They pretty much made Samus a whiny bitch. And just, it's terrible. Like, the storyline is really... It's like, as I said, the gameplay is fine. Like, if I can just turn my brain off and it's fine, I can play it. It's good times. Like, you see, it doesn't look that bad.
No,
But when
it's
you
great.
get to 15-minute long cutscenes about that, it's not fun.
So it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
a-
and you're seeing me doing this. This is how you mainly play the game, waggling around like that.
Yeah.
Because if you're charging and somebody hits you, you dodge, and it fully charges your charge beam immediately.
Okay.
So it's like the easy mode in this game.
Huh.
So
That's crazy.
that's a look back on the 25 years of Metroid games and those 8 major games. We did skip a few, like Metroid Pinball and stuff,
Yeah.
but didn't think that you needed to see a pinball game.
Well, here's to another 25 more years, Metroid.